Michael Gantt, 1-0. Marco Fuentes, 7-4. Big veteran of Toro Cup here. Purple belt gi match. I think a previous match was a Charlottesville versus Davidson County here. We got another one up.
Michael in on a look at a bit of an armbar there right from the get-go. The nice thing about that guard pull is it can pull you into an armbar, but it can also put you right back into a very strong De La Hiva, and so has a lot of good options. But I believe that Marco had a really great response by maintaining strong posture and not getting sucked into that sequence.
Michael doing a good job building to that collar sleeve. Looking to drag across. He will either close the guard. Lumberjack sweep for the attempt there. Still has that arm drag. Going to be a very good opportunity to go for either a pendulum or a flower sweep. That arm is dragged across still. Let's see if Michael's able to capitalize. He's trying to. Fuentes able to get his elbow back. Michael looking for that loop choke.
Yeah, typically when you see someone give up the pass like that, that means that choke is pretty on. Because they're usually, if you're going to give up the pass, you're pretty confident in the ability to finish. So wasn't able to finish, but it looked like it was tight enough to force a kind of a backwards motion that allowed him to bring the guard recovery back in.
Yeah, I thought when he got his legs back in that was going to tighten up quick. Fuentes was able to pop his head out. I like that little side-to-side action from Fuentes, looking for the knee cut up the middle. He's got a deep underhook here with a headlock in.
Yeah, Fuentes is doing a great job of pinning that far shoulder down to the mat so that even when there is a big explosion like that, he doesn't get knocked over the top, and he's actually able to capitalize and step over all the way to the mount. And if you notice, one thing he did really well now is continuing to crawl that underhook up as he goes into the mount. Many times people will pass into the mount and then the elbows come down instinctively and you lose that dominant position. But Fuentes was really able to continue climbing that right arm up as his right leg came over to keep strong position. But right as I say that, of course, Michael able to do a big bridge escape and come to top position and get Mount on his own almost.
Yeah, that was a great point, and yes, that was an explosive bridge. Fuentes got a little too connected, wasn't able to loosen up in time, and was able to get and got rolled over.
About 1 minute and 45 seconds to point, so even though there has been a lot of point scoring action, we won't see it on the board just yet.
Another big bridge from Mount. See if Michael's able to stay on it, looking to isolate that arm.
Looked like another attempt at a loop choke, not quite as tight as the first one, but
I think he was diving on that arm too there a little bit. But there's always that those belly down arm bars. People always want to turn and face the head because they think, oh yeah, that's how you normally finish an arm bar. But once that angle changes, you have to go and face the legs. Fuentes trying to sprawl out of this half guard. Michael looking at hip heist to try to defend, but exposing the back momentarily. And able to close that back up. Fuentes on his feet, trying not to allow this closed guard to lock too easily. We got 20 seconds to points. Michael allows the guard to open. And Fuentes getting the pass before points are on the board, but in a good position to possibly get knee on belly, mount, take the back. Always easier to score once you're already in a dominant position. Big reversal attempt from Michael.
Nice base out by Fuentes, kind of walking his legs. Oftentimes, if you can walk your legs to the side that you're being thrown off to, you can keep your hips underneath you and save that base. Just like we see him doing again, walks to that side to save himself from being thrown over the top.
Michael able to get on his side, but he needs to scissor and come up to his knees to be able to finish that. But I think Fuentes did a good job controlling his legs and preventing that leg scissoring. And giving up the Kimura to the armbar attempt.
Getting some extension here. His hips are coming over the top, which is going to secure that tap there. Big submission for Fuentes.
Michael tried to fight it off, but Fuentes did a great job controlling that to the finish.